Doctor's Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. Kirk Market, experience a world of choice. JN Money, from abroad to Yad. And Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
We ask our listeners and viewers to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
Live from Radio Cayman Studio.
This is For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Hear from your government officials, independents, and the opposition on issues that matter to you.
For the Record.
Engage in an open dialogue between residents and lawmakers.
With Orrett Connor.
Informative, impartial, insightful. This is For the Record. And now, your host, Orrett.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, O land of soft, fresh breezes and verdant trees so fair. Today is Monday, the 29th day of June, 2026, right here in the beautiful Cayman Islands. We hope and we trust that everyone had a restful, peaceful, enjoyable weekend. Those of you who are on our roads, whether you're a pedestrian, a cyclist, or if you're operating any type of motorized vehicle, we urge you to please be extremely cautious. Ensure that you observe the rules of the road, because the life you save may just be your own. And of course, if you are on our roads this morning, you will no doubt notice the decrease in the amount of traffic on our roads, which means that some schools are out and more will be out during this week as well. So despite the fact that there may be less vehicles on our road, less vehicles on our road, you still want to ensure that you observe the rules of the road, especially staying within the speed limit. Adjusting your driving to suit the conditions under which you're driving. If it's raining, or if traffic is backed up. One of the most egregious actions that take place on our roads in the Cayman Islands, tailgating. We see so much of it. And a new phenomenon that's taken place now, also persons driving without headlights, either at dawn or at dusk, or we keep hearing about it even in the middle of the night, people driving without headlights on. That is so dangerous. So, folks, I want to thank you for allowing Radio Cayman, and by extension, For the Record, into your homes, into your vehicles, as you traverse the busy roads of the Cayman Islands, into your places of work, wherever that may be. As you know, For the Record is a show produced by the staff and management of Radio Cayman, and it is geared towards keeping you abreast of issues as they arise and play out on the local, regional, and international scene. I am your host, Orrett Connor, and you're welcome to join me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7:30 a.m. until 10 a.m. During that period, phone lines are open. Toll-free number, if you're calling from a flow number, 1-800-534-8255. Other numbers, 949-8037, 949-6990. WhatsApp number, 925-3261. For those of you who are celebrating a birthday today, or if you've celebrated one over the past few days, we want to wish you a happy birthday or happy belated birthday, whichever is applicable. And to remind you that the For the Record birthday shoutouts brought to you by Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola available across the Cayman Islands. You should accept no substitutes. From generation to generation, Coca-Cola, still a Cayman classic. Those of you who have lost loved ones, we want to extend our sincere condolences to you. We hope and we trust that your faith will help to carry you through these extremely challenging times, and that the memories of your loved ones will be a blessing. Those of you who are ill and are either at home or at a medical facility here in the Cayman Islands or overseas, we want to wish you a speedy recovery. And again, this morning, I want to say a big shout out to our colleague here at Radio Cayman, Mr. Joel Wilson. And it was great to see him on Friday. Great to see him on Friday at the rededication and naming of the Radio Cayman building, now the Loxley Banks Broadcasting Center. Great to see Mr. Joel here with us as well. So, folks, let's first look at the birthday shout-outs again. Let me remind you, brought to you by Coca-Cola. On Friday, because we had a short show, we did receive a request from Mr. Michael Stone Cold Stevens, wishing a happy 37-year anniversary to his wife, Miss Carol Peddle Stevens. They celebrated their anniversary on Saturday. 34 years of marriage. Mr. Michael Stevens and Miss Carol Peddle Stevens as well. So we were happy to share that information today with you. I have several other ones here, so let's go through them. This one says, good morning, OC. A very special and heartfelt happy birthday to our dad, Michael Gooding, a highly respected former sergeant of the West Bay Police Station, who's celebrating 80 years young today. Your dedication, leadership, and service to the community earned the respect and admiration of many. Today, we celebrate not only a remarkable police officer, but an amazing father, grandfather, and friend, wishing you a day filled with love, laughter, and cherished memories, with all our love from your loving family. And I personally want to wish Mr. Gooding a happy birthday as well. We are certainly good friends. Haven't seen him in a while, but definitely want to wish him a happy birthday as well. Miss Aldine has shared with us again. So she first of all wants to send a happy birthday shout out to her grandson, Aaron Anthony. So happy birthday to Aaron Anthony, coming from your grandma, Miss Aldine Evans. Then she has shared also that Miss Wilma E. Banks, Mr. Ken Hurlston, they will be celebrating their birthdays tomorrow. So we want to wish both of them a happy birthday when it comes. As well as tomorrow, Mr. Dennis Connor will be celebrating his birthday as well. So we want to wish him a happy birthday in advance to Mr. Dennis Connor as well. And like I said, Miss Aldine shared that Ken Hurlston and Wilma E. Banks both celebrating their birthdays tomorrow as well. We still have a few more also. We have Mr. Martino Watson celebrating his birthday tomorrow. And L.M. Edwards celebrated a birthday today, Also, we have been requested to send belated birthday greetings to Trudy Connolly from loving husband Roy, and children, grandchildren, Brother Dalkeith, and sisters with love. Folks, if you know someone out there who's celebrating a birthday or any other momentous occasion, please share that information with us right here on For the Record, and we will give them a birthday shout out. Of course, proudly brought to you by Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola available across the Cayman Islands. You should accept no substitutes. From generation to generation, Coca-Cola still a Cayman classic. Okay, let's see what's in our headline news, and let me tell you what the schedule is. The program is set this morning on For the Record. We will have the DG in the studio with us at 8:15, following the 8 o'clock news. In our local news papers, Cayman Compass, housing shortage fuels affordability crisis for aspiring home owners. That is a topic that continues to resonate in the Cayman Islands. What we don't hear, though, is that we don't hear about a housing shortage in the upper tier of the society here in Cayman. Those $1 million plus condos, not hearing about shortage for them. They're continuously being built. They're continuously blocking our skyline or blocking our view from our beautiful sea that we have out there, Caribbean Sea. There were the days when you could drive along and you would see, you had the opportunity to view the ocean. Not as much as we used to. So again, we see middle and lower income brackets feeling more of the pressure when it comes to home ownership as well. Other stories in the Compass. Government says it plans to update tenancy law this year. Also, summer staycations heat up as Cayman resorts roll out residential deals. Anything else there? Yeah, that's basically it. So in the time that we may have for a conversation, you may want to pick up on some of that. Like I said, the Deputy Governor will be with us from 8:15 till about 9 o'clock. And then after that, we will have the opportunity to reopen the phone lines again during that period. I would also say, if you have any, you want to say some kind words to the Deputy Governor or about the Deputy Governor, please feel free to send them to us on our WhatsApp number, 925-3261, 925-3261, and we can share them with the Deputy Governor as well. As you know, he will be demitting office July the 8th, and he's doing, his rounds during that period of time, and we're certainly looking forward to hosting him right here on For the Record this morning. We're going to take a commercial break, folks, so please stay tuned. For the Record, we'll be back shortly.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite Band-Aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. Don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
Looking for the ultimate place to watch the world's biggest football tournament? Head to Legends Bar and Grill, Coca-Cola's headquarters for every match. It's the closest you'll feel to being at the games live with Coca-Cola mixer specials all tournament long. Feel the energy and cheer on your favorite team surrounded by your country colors. Can't make it out? No problem. Order Legends' famous menu for home delivery and bring the matchday experience to your living room. Legends Bar and Grill, your World Cup Coca-Cola headquarters.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco. Keeping Cayman covered.
Can you imagine your home completely organized? At Brand Source Custom Closets, we can. We specialize in designing and building custom closets and storage units for any room in your home, including the garage. With tailored designs and custom LED lighting solutions to fit your lifestyle and budget. Our custom closets expert is committed to enhancing the value of your home with a solution that is uniquely yours. Visit our showroom or call 623-6774 to schedule a no-obligation appointment with our design expert. Brand Source Custom Closets, 209 Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. About 13 minutes before we go to our 8 o'clock news, we do have a caller. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, O.C. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I heard you a couple of days ago, I think, when you had John on there, you were talking about the new building. Or I think you might have asked him about something about the new building that they have moved into. I think they had the opening, the ribbon cutting or something like that already. So
you sure they have?
I'm not sure.
Wasn't aware. I hadn't heard any announcement of it.
I'm hearing that they had the ribbon cutting already, or it's being occupied. I'm not sure, but I would hope or see that before they have all that, they correct some issues that I'm being told that they have up there. Apparently, the projects managers at Public Work are not doing a good job with the government projects. Now that these not Caymanian people are the project managers, and the contractor seems to be not local people or local people either. So I don't know whether it's, they're just turning a blind eye. The steps, usually steps are 8 inches, I think, high. They're 7 or something like that. They're not, so you can tell when you step on a step whether it's the right height.
Yeah, yes,
and, yeah, so that's not right. There's no railings for handicap ramps.
Mm-hmm.
So I would hope that all that is being corrected before we have that building occupied by where the public have to enter or access it or exit it.
Mm-hmm. But wouldn't they aren't they required to get certificate of occupancy?
Yeah.
And in issuing that certificate of occupancy, I would imagine that the inspectors would be looking to see whether or not what is there actually coincides or jives with what the plan calls for.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was told that they had an opening, or I would hope that that's not the case, and that but as far as I can hear now, once a contractor is gone, then it's be left on Public Work to go there now and correct, whatever is that's not right.
But normally in a contract, wouldn't you have a certain time frame within which, if there are defects and stuff like that, that you don't just simply let the contractor go after the building has been completed? Because I know even with the government administration building here, where issues arose, the contractor was still under contractual obligations and had to fulfill them.
Well, it shouldn't get that far for us to go back and have to correct anything. If you got a government project manager, that's what a project manager is for. So all that should be looked into before it have been completed. You don't wait for them to complete their work and then walk away from the job to find the faults. That should be looked into during the building, the actual building of the project, while the work is being carried out.
Yeah.
So,
this opening, I'm sure that something of this magnitude would have been advertised, and I'm not aware of. Now, maybe they're in the process of, moving furniture and stuff like that in, but I haven't actually officially occupied it yet. I'm not sure. But I am sure that something of this magnitude, that it would have been advertised if they were officially opened.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and you're having my good friend on this morning, the DJ, you say?
DG is going to be on this morning, yep.
This morning?
Yes.
Okay. I got to send you a little note also.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, folks, this is something I consider to be very important, and I didn't get an opportunity to share it with you last week. So it has to do with the Department of Labor and Pensions, a press release on the 25th of June, where they announced a 5.2% increase in the annual, what is it? Let me make sure that I have retirement savings account. Retirement savings arrangement, known by the acronym RSA. And what it says is that the maximum RSA retirement savings arrangement will increase by 5.2% from $15,400 to $16,200 per year, which is the equivalent of $1,350 per month. Now, first of all, folks, let me make this clear. This is if you have a retirement savings account, some similar, I think some is sometimes referred to as an annuity. This is not now, this is what is in the private sector, not government pension. This is the private sector. So they have, whereas previously you would receive up to a maximum of $15,400 per year, it has now increased to $16,200 per year. The release goes on to say that the DLP director, Mr. Bernard Ebanks, said the increase is intended to provide additional support to retirees, particularly as the cost of essential goods and services continue to rise. Although the overall consumer price index was 1.3% year on year, we also considered the recent increases in areas that directly affect retirees, including housing, utilities, food, and other day-to-day expenses. Mr. Ebanks stated, retirees are often living on fixed incomes, so increases in these essential costs can have a real impact. This adjustment is intended to better reflect those pressures and provide additional support where it is needed. The decision followed consultative discussions with the National Pensions Board and takes into account recent figures reported by the Economics and Statistics Office. These figures showed quarterly increases in several key areas, including housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels, food and non-alcoholic beverages, and miscellaneous goods and services. Honorable Michael Miles, Minister for Caymanian Employment and Immigration, said the increase is an important measure to help retirees maintain financial stability. His quote is, "Our retirees deserve to feel secure and supported after years of contribution to our community," Minister Miles said. This increase recognizes that every modest changes in daily living costs can affect household budgets, particularly for those on fixed incomes. It is a practical step to ensure the retirement savings arrangement continues to provide meaningful support to those who rely on it. Members who received retirement savings arrangements disbursements between the 1st of January and the 30th of June, so the first 6 months of 2026, they will be eligible for an additional payment where applicable to reflect the new maximum annual figures. All approved retirement savings arrangements are entitled to the new maximum figure of $16,200 at their next disbursement. And folks, if you have any queries relating to the new retirement savings arrangement increase, you can contact your pension plan administrator for additional information. But the gist of it is that it has increased from $15,400 to $16,200 per year, which is the equivalent of $1,350 per month. Additionally, between the months of January and June, I believe it is, let me go back and make sure that I have that correct. If you will get an amount that covers the increase for that period of time as well. So it is effective actually from the 1st of January 2026. So you will get some retroactive money as well. And if you have any questions, contact your local pensions. Yep. So 1st of January to the 30th of June, you will be eligible to get the additional amount as well. So the increase now goes to $1,350 per month. Of course, that is from your private pensions. It is known more as an annuity, and I believe that the way that these things work is that you're only covered for a certain amount of years. I'm not sure if it's 12 years or whatever. So after that period of time, then those persons may face additional challenges as well when it comes to being able to exist if they don't have additional sources of income. What happens to them then as well? With that, folks, top of the hour, 8 o'clock news. When we return, we will have the DG in the studio with us, so don't change that dial. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back immediately after the 8 o'clock news.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. Ponciana, quote, continues to operate below maximum capacity. Tabling the Ponciana Rehabilitation Center's 2025 annual report in the House, Health Minister the Honorable Catherine Ebanks-Wilkes told MPs the report shows, quote, major successes in clinical duties, as well as in governance and compliance. But the facility continues to operate below maximum capacity, with just 4 out of 9 cottages currently occupied.
This, Mr. Speaker, indicates that the facility continues to struggle with staffing. In fact, it is operating at less than half of the required staffing capacity. The facility is taking various steps to resolve this, such as providing psychiatric training to upskill experienced local nursing assistants and registered nurses, and to expand recruitment outreach abroad.
But she says Ponciana's ability to hire and train much-needed staff is, quote, further limited, and that's requiring budget reallocations and the preparation of a business case for additional funding.
Further issues include delays in processing, payments, and procurements. However, Mr. Speaker, despite these difficulties, the Ponciana team remains resilient and committed, ensuring continuity of operations and maintaining a high standard of care throughout the year.
Ponciana Rehabilitation Center, located in East End, is a tertiary care residential mental health facility for residents over the age of 18 with, quote, serious and persistent mental illness. In other news, the country lays a former chief secretary to rest.
My destiny in eternity, I will be with Jesus. Although while I'm here on earth, I'd like to continue doing whatever I can, but my future is secure with the Lord.
Audio there from James Ryan himself, featured at Saturday's official funeral at the Aston Ruddy Center in Cayman Brac. The ceremony brought together family, friends, colleagues, and members of the community to pay tribute to Mr. Ryan's dedicated service to the Cayman Islands. He passed away on May 19th. You can find the full recording of the official proceedings on the CIGTV YouTube channel. The Sister Islands Affordable Housing Development Cooperation is advancing construction of new affordable homes at the Highlands in the Spot Bay Bluff area of Cayman Brac. The first phase includes 4 3-bedroom homes currently under construction, with additional phases planned subject to, quote, contractor availability and approved funding. The goal is to build a minimum of 4 homes annually, with additional homes added as, quote, financial realities allow each year. Construction at the Highlands is expected to be completed in the third quarter of 2026. And a 35-year-old accused of assaulting a police officer has been formally charged. The Royal Cayman Islands Police Service says the charges of affray, possession of an offensive weapon, and 2 counts each of assaulting police and resisting arrest relate to 2 incidents. Back on June 19th, a police officer attempted to intervene in a fight involving the suspect at a business on Eastern Avenue, who allegedly assaulted another man and a police officer before taking off. Then on Wednesday, officers spotted the suspect in the Seymour Road area of Georgetown, where the man allegedly, quote, violently resisted officers' attempts to detain him. During the incident, the RCIPS says another officer was injured and treated at the hospital. The suspect is set to appear in court tomorrow. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which takes us out of the newscast. I'm Karsley Fuller.
BBC News with Emily Thomas. All schools in Venezuela are to remain closed until next Monday as hopes fade of finding more survivors of last week's earthquakes. Nearly 1,500 people are confirmed to have died, but tens of thousands are still missing. The Democratic Republic of Congo has reported a sharp rise in Ebola cases, with 47 new infections and 12 deaths recorded on Saturday. 360 people are now known to have died since the outbreak was declared in May. The South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has appealed for calm ahead of planned anti-immigration protests on Tuesday. He says while people have the right to demonstrate, intimidation and violence will not be tolerated. Police in northern Germany say 5 people have been killed in a shooting in the town of Stade, west of Hamburg. They told the BBC 2 people have been arrested, one of them the suspected shooter. BBC News.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman with the latest up-to-date, accurate news and information. For your convenience, the headline news will be repeated on our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or download the Radio Cayman app in the App Store or log on to www.radiocayman.gov.ky and stay connected to what's happening in the community. Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
Join us for Mango Fest 2026 on Saturday, July 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the National Museum on the waterfront. Enjoy an evening of family-friendly fun with live music, local food, mango vendors, local crafts, free catboat rides, a mango peeling and eating competition, and the exciting mango dessert competition. Don't miss special mango dessert and mango cocktail demonstrations by the Hotel Indigo team. Free admission for everyone. Mango Fest 2026 is proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Youth, Sports, Culture, and Heritage, the Department of Tourism, Credit Union, Hotel Indigo, Catalina, Willie's Fresh Fruits and Juices, and Coriander Farms. Come celebrate Cayman's love for mangoes with us, July 4th from 5 to 8 p.m.
Hey, this is DJ Len from Radio Cayman 89.9 FM. One of my favorite childhood memories was when I was a kid, sitting next to the radio and waiting for that favorite song to come on. You'd take out your cassette tape and you'd hit the record button and trying to cut it off at the right time, right before the announcer starts to speak. And then sharing that music with my mom. Happy 50th anniversary, Radio Cayman. Thanks for the great memories.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by CG Britcade, where people come first.
Pleasant good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Current temperature is 86 degrees. Relative humidity is 76%. The barometric pressure is 29.95 inches and rising. The wind is out of the east-northeast at 10 knots. Overnight low temperature was 83 degrees. Synopsis indicate an upper-level low can increase instability over the Cayman area, which may give an odd thunder today. Otherwise, mainly fair skies are expected. Radar imagery show a few patches of clouds across the Cayman area. Now the forecast for the Cayman Islands for today, calling for partly cloudy skies with a 20% chance of isolated showers and a low possibility of thunder. Temperatures will rise to the low 90s with a heat index near 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Your winds will be east at 10 to 15 knots and seas will be moderate with wave heights of 3 to 5 feet. Forecast for tonight calling for partly cloudy skies with a 20% chance of showers and temperatures falling to the low 80s tonight. Your winds will be east to northeast at 5 to 10 knots and seas will be moderate with wave heights of 3 to 5 feet as well. Today's high tide will occur this morning at 8:41, low tide this afternoon at 3:17, with a high tide again tonight at 10:23. The sun will set this evening at 6 minutes past 7 and will rise tomorrow morning at 5:52. And the outlook is calling for an increase in cloud cover late Tuesday with an increase in moisture as a tropical wave passes south of the Cayman area. And that's the very latest on your weather report.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by CG Britcade, where people come first.
Hey folks, thanks for your patience. We'll be taking off very shortly. Should be wheels up in about 40 minutes. And due to a bumpy ride, snacks and beverage service has been suspended. AC is giving us some trouble. Sorry folks. And Wi-Fi is out. And so is the entertainment. Yeah, I'm sorry about the smell folks. We are aware.
I know.
Just one more quick note. We are going to have to deplane.
Come on!
We're like the plane ride that isn't a nightmare. CG Britcade. Good like that.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman Super Jam Show, the #1 drive time entertainment show on your radio.
Brought to you by these kind sponsors.
The Cayman Islands Football Association, CIFA, building a better future for Cayman football.
Cayman Insurance Center.
Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Call me today, Michael Webster, at 925-5433.
UWI Open Campus, on-site, online, and on demand.
Visit open.uwi.edu. Call them today at 946-8322.
And Coca-Cola, from generation to generation, still a Cayman classic.
The #1 drive time entertainment show on your radio.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
Top of the morning, let's check in with traffic, see what's slowing and what's flowing. Further up on Shamrock Road, flowing pretty good. As you approach the Linford-Pearson Highway, steady but flowing traffic. And on Cool Road, traffic is moving at a moderate pace in both directions, as well as on Godfrey Nixon Way. Into Georgetown on Shedmore, looking pretty good. On the West Bay 4-way, start flowing at a moderate pace. Or in Roberts Drive, no issues there as traffic is light to moderate. Coming off of Bobby Thompson Way, moderate flow of traffic, as well as Agnes Way. Turning our attention to Eastern Avenue, is flowing at a moderate pace. In front of the Ritz, traffic is moving pretty good in both directions. Now, if you've seen accidents or incidents, let us know by calling us at 949-6990. Huldah Avenue, little steady traffic. And that's the very latest on your traffic. Join us again at about 10 minutes past 12, we'll give you another look at traffic. Remember, click it or ticket.
Start your year off right with Subway's Fresh Fit menu. 4 protein-packed subs with 20 grams or more protein, under 500 calories, and loaded with full servings of crisp veggies on hearty multi-grain bread. Try the grilled chicken and avocado, the ham and turkey stacker, the seasoned steak and avocado, or the turkey and ranch delight. Big flavor, plenty of protein, and fresh veggies in every bite. Fuel your day the Fresh Fit way. Only at Subway. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
For the health of it, heard on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and repeated on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. Brought to you by UHealth International, University of Miami Health System. International patients go to UHealth International for consultations with renowned physicians, advanced treatment technologies, leading-edge medical therapies, and state-of-the-art surgical procedures. Whatever your particular reason for going to UHealth International, you will receive customized medical care delivered within a compassionate, multicultural setting. The care you need when you need it.
The countdown is on. Join us on Saturday, 11th July, 7 p.m. at the historic Pedro St. James for an unforgettable evening under the theme Starlit Shores. Watch 6 outstanding young Caymanian women take the stage as they compete for the prestigious title of Miss Universe Cayman Islands 2026. Experience an evening filled with elegance, confidence, culture, entertainment, and inspiration. Tickets are available now on Ticket Plus and at Funky Monkey. Join us as we enter a new era.
Diamond shining in the tide.
For the record, with Orrett Connor.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco. and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today.
Did you know that you can
Cineco.
send money transfers to financial institutions anywhere in Jamaica with JN Money?
You mean I can send money straight to my account and cut out the middleman?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. You send your own money to your own account, giving you peace of mind that the money is in your account.
JN Money Transfers to Financial Institution is another convenient service offered by JN Money. You can have this done from any JN Money location. Deposit your money straight to your account without the hassle of asking someone to do it for you. JN Money Transfers to Financial Institutions, making life easier.
Good morning, and welcome back to For the Record. As promised, it is my pleasure to have in the studio with me this morning Acting Governor of the Cayman Islands, the Honorable Franz Manderson, and outgoing Deputy Governor as well. I think I mentioned the 8th, July 8th, but the last day will be actually the 7th of July, so the 8th he will be a quote-unquote free man of a sort. So, folks, if you have any accolades, anything that you want to share with the DG, he's only going to be here for until 9 o'clock. So please send them into a WhatsApp number 925-3261 so that we can share them with the DG. As well, I've received a few birthday shout-outs, and I will do those after 9 o'clock so that we can have as much time to converse with the acting governor. So, Acting Governor, good morning, sir. Welcome back.
Good morning.
For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. Corner, and good morning to the good people of the Cayman Islands. It's a great pleasure to be here with you. As you said, it's winding down. On the 7th of July, my birthday, I will be my last day in the civil service. I joined the civil service on my birthday at age 16, and I'm leaving just a few years later on my birthday. Next week, Tuesday. I can't believe it's gotten that close already. I was talking to my wife this morning. She is retiring as well, and her last day is tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
So I want to offer her some congratulations on her retirement. So, yes.
She will be missed that time.
She will be missed. She will be missed. She cares so much about our children, and it's such a joy to go out with her and see some of her students come up to her and say, "Mrs. Manderson, you remember me?" And she has to look at them and so you were my teacher 6 years ago, and you taught me this and you taught me that. And that's I guess one of the great privileges of being a teacher, is that an educator, is that you can affect people's lives in a very real way. We all have. The secret to our success has always been some of the people early in our lives who have mentored us and cared about us and told us when we were doing things that we shouldn't. Those are important times. And I give a lot of credit to our educators. I said to Minister Anglin last week, what a great job I thought he was doing, but not also him, but his chief officer and the team at education is raising the standards of education across our beloved islands. And, one of the things that I am most pleased about is when I became deputy governor, none of our schools were in good shape in terms of rating. Now 50% are good. The majority of schools were weak when I became deputy governor. So working with the ministers, working with the chief officers, working with our educators, we've been able to raise the standards in our schools. And I don't think anything is more important than that. They're our future. So I'm pleased to say that, John Gray, Clifton Hunter, has the same rating as Prep and Catholic. That's a great achievement for us. And we have now reaping the benefits of it. Every time I go to a graduation, I'm inspired by what I see from our young people.
Mm-hmm. Is the education department still experiencing challenges when it comes to teachers? bringing in new teachers
Yes.
and retaining as well.
Right.
I'm hearing now, for instance, that after this break on the return, that several teachers who are in the private schools will be transitioning over to government as well. So we see quite a bit of that taking place.
Yes. So we there is a global shortage of teachers, and Cayman has been lucky in being able to attract some excellent teachers. But what we're finding now is the cost of living is affecting some recruitment. So if you're a single teacher coming over, and yes, we're going to pay you $5,000 a month, but if you have to pay $2,000 in rent, and you then think, well, oh my goodness, if I have to pay $2,000 in rent, then I have to get a car, then I have to buy groceries. How much money I'm going to have for myself? So those are some of the issues that we're having to look at. If you have children, can you imagine in trying to get those children in school? So there has been some challenges, but again, the team in the Ministry of Education and the Department of Education has been trying to do best they can to make sure that we can recruit the best. Good news is we're getting a lot of Caymanian teachers coming back.
Great.
And yes, from time to time we're able to get people that are already here in the system. Their husband may work here, and they're a teacher, so they want to come into the government school. That then takes away from some of the cost of living issues. So yes, and of course we are having the same term limits in civil service as in the private sector. So it's no longer this thing of I'll jump into the civil service to avoid term limits. So I think we all should be happy.
Yeah, gone are the days when you would have government housing for teachers.
Yes.
Remember what they used to call English Town up there, where
That's right.
Mr. Bostock
That's right.
lived, the Commissioner of Police lived, Auditor General, yes, the Attorney General, they all lived there, came on. We've come, a long way, made lots of changes.
Made lots of changes.
Yeah. So DG, how do you say farewell to 5,000 plus employees? We know that, and many of us listened to the farewell speeches at Parliament the other day. Some of us had the opportunity for a reception at the Grand Ole House about a little over a week ago as well. And I know that you're making your rounds to the various departments and other entities as well. But it's got to be strenuous saying, farewell to 5,000 employees.
Yes, I have been doing this now for about 3 weeks. So I've been going around to various departments and spending 45 minutes with the team there. And first of all, just saying thank you for their service, for their support of the vision that we put in place, their ethic. I went to the weather service. They're moving into a new building. They have been in some cramped quarters at civil aviation for years. These are people that work 24/7. They're called upon in crisis. Getting to spend some time with them was really meaningful to me. I get a couple of gifts, and they had a very innovative gift. They just gave me an umbrella. So I thought that was special, and I needed an umbrella, and I'm going to, hopefully use that umbrella with pride. But a visit to 911 last week was also moving, Mr. Connor, in talking with the team there about the work that they do. So they have to get it right all the time. When a call comes in, they have to get it right, and the pressure that they work on. A couple of weeks ago, I went to one of their training sessions, and they actually had me sit and take a mock call, of somebody who had fallen in their house and needed assistance. And I could feel it, and that was a mock call. That was not a real call, but I could feel the sort of pressure to get it right, to offer that reassurance for you to remain calm. And the stories that they shared with me about some of their experiences. Again, I want to give a big thank you to our persons at 911. There's some heroes behind the scenes that nobody sort of think about, but trust me, when you call 911, you're going to get an answer, and that that department and deserves a lot of credit. Minister DaCosta and his team, Chief Officer Ebanks, has been working to support Director Vasquez and the team there. I'm very happy. And, I went to Hazard Management and spent some time there. Mm-hmm. They wrote me a nice poem. The Department of Communications has a Franz Manderson song. So they've been very innovative and hearing some of the feedback from the civil servants. I had a civil servant who came over and said, Mr. Manderson, thank you and the team, the leadership team in POCS for what you did in extending maternity leave. She said, that changed my life, and I got to spend much needed time with my daughter. I got to see my daughter smile. I got to witness those precious moments that may not have happened if I had to rush back to work. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So when you hear stories like that, it really gives you a sense of gratefulness that you've had this amazing opportunity to touch people's lives. And of course, I want to come here this morning and to thank the public as well. Though I have been serving you for 44 years, it's been the privilege of my life to serve the people of the Cayman Islands in various capacities, starting out with you, sir, in immigration. And I want to give you a lot of credit, sir, for my development. And you were our leader my leader for many, many, many years as we rose up the ranks.
Thank you.
First Caymanian Chief Immigration Officer. It was an amazing experience, and I keep saying is that the work that we did back then has helped make Cayman successful today.
Certainly.
But there were some people in Cayman that didn't really want us to succeed,
yes.
and they didn't mean us well.
Mm-hmm.
And removing some of those people from our country wasn't easy, but it was the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. So I pay great credit, and I had a lot of our former colleagues at my event on Friday. Last Friday, I couldn't forget. Sean Ebanks and Todd Chisholm and Dean Miller and Gera Wong and it was
Joey Scott.
Jeremy was not there.
Rodney wasn't there either.
No, Rodney's off island.
Oh, he's off island.
Yeah.
Okay.
But having those guys there, they were with us. Gina Lewis couldn't be there. Her and Sonia were away.
Oh, okay.
But those are some of the people that we risked our lives with for many years. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to, make sure that they knew how much I still respect them, for the work that we did back then, and to thank them.
Okay, one of our listeners has written and said, congrats to Mr. and Mrs. Manderson on their excellent service and their retirement. Speaking of salaries, does the DG realize that many government staff still pay health insurance and pensions, so their take-home pay is still less than $2,500 monthly?
Well, no, I didn't know that. Certainly not civil servants. They may be in other authorities, but not in the civil service. In the civil service, the minimum salary is $3,000, and you do not contribute to your health and pension.
Right, exactly.
So then that may be in a statutory authority, which is sort of outside my remit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, you spoke earlier about immigration, and want you to give us your observations in terms of how the civil service has transitioned over the years. When you first joined the immigration department, it was female-dominated,
That's right.
female-dominated,
Mm-hmm.
as well,
Mm-hmm.
and that it probably still remains the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tell people that one of my, I think, greatest strengths has been working with anyone, my male, female. I've had, Ms. Yulita Flores was my first real supervisor, and then Mr. Connor came along. But what she instilled in us, I give her great credit, Miss Flores. Now Horton, she's now passed away. God bless her soul.
Yes.
But what she instilled in myself and the team, the work ethic, the discipline, punctuality, those are things that stayed with me. And then the majority, you probably were one of my only male supervisors. The rest were all female. You remember we had Sonia, we had Miss Ella DaCosta, we had Miss Dulce, Cheryl McCoy was there. All of these amazing women.
Pat Ford.
Pat Ford. I can't forget Miss Pat, one of my first supervisors. We had over on the admin side, then you had Ms. Karen Gozon and all of the secretary of the board, Ms. Karen Nixon, Liz Walton, all of those people that were there, all female, who did an amazing job leading the...
Miss Myrie as well.
Yeah,
Georgette
that's right,
Myrie,
that's right. I can't forget those persons, Ms. Georgette Myrie, for many, many years. So I've had these amazing women in my life, and they have... I've worked exceptionally well with them. I'm now pleased to say that, 47% of my senior team are all women. We will have our first female deputy governor next week. Is it next week? Yeah, next week. We'll have our first female deputy governor. Women are dominate the civil service. They are about 55%. Women are paid more than men in the civil service. 60% of the promotions that we do in the civil service are women. So I feel really good about where we are with ensuring that our women get their rightful place. And I keep saying to the team, appoint the right person. Let us not look at male or female, just appoint the right person. And we have seen some tremendous young women now coming into the service. I'm actually not seeing enough young men coming in. I am seeing more young women coming into the service who I see as our future leaders. So I am so pleased, Mr. Connor, to see the number of young Caymanians that are coming into the service now. I remember trying to recruit an immigration officer, when I was chief immigration officer in 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, or in the 1990s. And we would have to advertise a few times to get somebody good. Now, 400 Caymanians apply to become a customs officer or a CBC officer. So we have been able to change people's attitudes about the civil service, and that it is a great place to work. And when I meet people in the elevator, and they said, today is my, I'm only been here a week. And I said, well, what made you join? My cousin told me this was a good place to work. My relative, my friend. So when Caymanians are spreading the word about what a great place it is to work, then I know we have done a good job.
Okay, DG, we're going to take a commercial break. When we return, your progress through the civil service has been well documented. And, of course, you started at a time when the employment situation in Cayman was quite different. But I want you to talk about those aspiring civil servants out there as well, and using your projection, throughout the civil service as an example, what they can aspire to if they are dedicated, if they are hard working, as well. Folks, please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite Band-Aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. But don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
Your dream home starts with a vision, and often inspiration is at the heart of that vision. Brand Source Home Gallery's in-house designers are here to help bring your vision to life. Whether you're remodeling or building a new home, Brand Source Home Gallery is your one-stop solution. Explore their kitchen cabinets, sinks, faucets, bath fixtures, tubs, vanities, and more. Let Brand Source's designers help and inspire you with your next project. Call 623-5000 and schedule an appointment with a design expert at Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park, serving Cayman for 50 years.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. For those of you who are just joining us, my pleasure to have in the studio with me acting governor and outgoing deputy governor, the Honorable Franz Manderson. This is coming from Lord Graham. He says, tell my good friend, the DG, that he is one of my most favorite persons that I had the pleasure to have as a friend. I'm so proud of the level that he has elevated himself to. And after listening to Parliament and hearing the MPs, congratulations. I love him even more. Congratulations again on his retirement. Yeah. And he says he's hoping to host you soon at one of his gatherings and honor him in our style of honoring of our friends.
Absolutely. We missed out
Graham?
Lord Graham from the Friday night celebration, but Graham was somebody who I worked with very early, and he taught me a lot of things about enforcement, and is a key part of my success. And he made the night really special. He donated some fireworks. People kept saying, "Franz, how can you all afford fireworks?" I said, "Listen, I have a good friend who decided to surprise me and do some fireworks." So, Graham, my good friend, thank you so much for that. It made the night really special, and his timing was absolutely perfect. As I said, thank you. You heard the fireworks. So, Graham, thank you. And you're right, sir, is that we have been friends for a long time, and we will continue to be friends. And one of the things that I'm looking forward to, Mr. Connor, is to when I cannot be a better friend, because I've been hearing about Graham lunches for a long time, and I keep saying I want to get there, but now I'm going to be able to spend some quality time with my good friend Graham Rankin. So thank you, sir. But you were talking about the early days, Mr. Connor, and I have a good story to tell about upward mobility. I started at the very bottom of the civil service as a clerical assistant, making $5,000 a year. And I found a letter that Mr. Bostock wrote to justify my employment. And he said, Franz would love to be an immigration officer, but he's too young. And I think he has great potential. Again, there is someone seeing something in me and offering me an opportunity. So I became a clerical officer, then an immigration officer in July when I turned 17, and that was one of the best days of my life. Putting on that uniform and being assigned to work in the enforcement section. Along with some incredible people there, Donald Dixon, Clinton Power, and then Graham came along, Fabian Walton came along, and we had these former policemen join us, and then yourself and others came along. But then you're given an opportunity. It's so important that you make the best of it. So I set some lofty goals for myself. I wanted to be an assistant chief, a deputy chief, a chief one day. Gave myself some timelines. I was able to achieve them. Following your footsteps as you moved up the ladder, I moved right behind you. And when you became cabinet secretary, then I became chief immigration officer.
You got one more rung of the ladder. You got to now be a radio talk show.
yeah, that's right. So, yeah,
or at least we can co-host.
Yeah, co-host. How about that? Co-host. And then I became a chief officer and then deputy governor. So moving up the ladder has been really great, and it has taught me a lot of things. It allowed me to be to lead with compassion as well, because I know what people face at different levels of the service, having worked in various capacities. Coming up the ladder, you're always going to have some challenges, and it's all about how you face those challenges. You cannot control what is done to you, but you can control your response. So it's so important that you have to be careful how much power you give persons over you in terms of being able to dictate your day and dictate your response. But I've found, Mr. Conner, there's no substitute for hard work, for putting in long hours, for dedicating yourself to the job. There's no reason to compromise your integrity, and once you keep those things intact, you're going to do well.
Certainly, yes, and you certainly was an embodiment of all of those virtues,
Yes,
as well. Really set a good example. Of course, when we start to name names, we start to get in trouble. So,
and I'm sorry if I forget.
That's okay.
People.
Some people so we have a few more. KP. Mr. Rupert Ebine.
Oh, yes.
Miss Clea.
Oh, yes.
Miss Blondie.
Oh, my favorite people, man.
Miss Aniza.
Yeah, I think she's passed away.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we have.
Then we have Mr. Connolly, Ansel
Connolly. Yes. We have Dawn Hides.
Yes.
Orion, Peralta, Mavita, all of those people.
So many.
There's so many and again, so many women who have been stalwarts in immigration and really set the tone and help to protect our border. So I'll get in trouble if I keep naming, but yes, those are working with Miss Blondie, Miss Clea, Miss Clea down the days. They were Miss Laura McLaughlin.
Yes.
Some really outstanding Caymanians who really cared about the job.
Okay. One of our listeners has written and said, "Good morning, OC and Mr. Manderson. Congratulations on your milestone of 44 years. A pleasure working with you over the years. Enjoy your retirement and your family."
Yes.
So, talking about immigration, let's enlighten our listeners and our viewers in terms of where immigration, Customs and Border Control, and work is now compared to where immigration was at the time. And the one thing that I would want to say also is that the camaraderie that we shared at immigration, and if it happened, I didn't know about it, but there was never any backstabbing in terms of someone trying to crawl, to climb over someone's back to get to a position.
Yes, sir. And I think that we were really blessed with that. And when you are out, keep saying it, risking your life, putting your life in someone else's hands, you build that camaraderie and that team that is all about the team. And I said it on that Friday night, where I learned teamwork and the importance of teamwork and the importance of trust was my early days at immigration, working part of this dynamic enforcement team that we had that did a lot of really good work. I learned the importance of trust, and my chief officers will, from time to time, DG, you trust us to get on with it, and that is so important for the leader to be able to trust the team to get on with it. I can't be everywhere, so you have to ensure that you surround yourself with good people. But yes, sir. So I visited CBC last week and got to spend time with Bruce Smith, who was somebody that I recruited in the service, and now to see him as director of CBC, he's going to retire soon. Jeremy Scott, someone else who also we recruited and mentored, is now head of WRC. Yes. So proud moments for us, sir. The two of us, helped to build those persons up. But to see CBC now going from strength to strength, Mr. Marlon Borden has now been appointed.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah, another outstanding Caymanian to lead that department. He has probably been one of our most highly trained law enforcement officers that we have.
Yes.
He led the CID department for years, solved some lots of murders and lots of serious crime. So I told the team, to give him the same support and respect that they're giving Mr. Smith. But again, those departments, as you know, Mr. Connor, we were one. There was immigration was at the airport, and also managing the migration after entry controls with work permits. So our job was very challenging, trying to manage border control and also the local workforce. So I'm pleased to have been part of that decision-making process to separate the two and now allow WRC to focus on residents in Cayman status and work permits, and then allow CBC to focus on customs and border protection. And that is actually going quite well.
Excellent. We're going to take a commercial break, folks. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
Babe, not tonight. You keep poking me and I need to be rested for meetings tomorrow.
What? I was almost asleep. That's the mattress spring I keep telling you about, not me. We really need to get a new mattress.
Tossing and turning, back hurting, can't sleep? It might be time to turn in your old mattress and go to bed with a new one. Browse the huge mattress showroom at Brand Source Home Gallery and pick the perfect mattress today. With mattresses to suit every budget, Brand Source Home Gallery stocks a wide selection of sizes and styles like pillow top and gel memory foam. So stop tossing and turning and sleep better tonight with a new mattress from Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Are you looking for more weekend getaways with Friday flights? Well, Cayman Airways has added Friday flights to Panama for a limited time this summer. They're perfect for short and long weekend getaways, quick business trips, or easy connections across Latin America. And if Jamaica is on your summer wish list, seasonal summer flights to Montego Bay are also available. Call Cayman Airways on 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com. See you on board our Friday flights to Panama this summer.
Looking for a station that plays the music you actually love?
Switch now to Breeze 105.3 FM.
The best adult contemporary hits
of the 70s, 80s,
and more. All day, every day. Feel good. Sing along and let the breeze keep you company.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. My pleasure and honor to have the acting governor and outgoing deputy governor, Honorable Franz Manderson, in the studio with me this morning. One of our listeners has written and said if I have the chance, they would like to extend their heartfelt congratulations and best wishes to the Honorable Franz Manderson, deputy governor of the Cayman Islands, on his well-deserved retirement after decades of outstanding public service. Mr. Manderson has served our country with integrity, dedication, and exemplary leadership, leaving a lasting legacy that has positively impacted the Cayman Islands and its people. His commitment to excellence will continue to inspire future generations. I would also like to congratulate Mrs. Manderson on her retirement and wish her every happiness in this new chapter of life. Thank you both for your invaluable service and contributions to our islands. Wishing you good health, joy, and many blessings as you enjoy a well-earned retirement. This is coming from Sheena Gooding, Michael Gooding, Carlene Carter, and family.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It has been a real pleasure to serve.
Yes. And another name that we missed out, Miss Mary.
Mary Hyde, yes. You can't forget Mary. Mary, hope you're out there doing well. I think her daughter is now working with us in government.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Jordana?
I know her. Her other daughter.
Other daughter. Okay.
Yeah. Is at our eGov unit, I believe.
Okay.
And doing exceptionally well. So we're very, very proud that she at least has one daughter in the civil service, following in her mother's footsteps. But yeah, Mary was a wonderful person to work with, yes.
I know you want, one of the things that we want to talk about as well, we'll talk a little bit more about the transition in immigration and the changes that took place coming from a manual system to a computerized system, and then talk about the various governments that you have had the opportunity to work with as well.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, so I as I said, when I started at immigration, there was no computers. And how we managed immigration then in terms of visitors were, you filled out a form at the airport. It was a white piece on the top, and then there was a pink piece on the bottom, and sort of carbon, and you...
It's called an ED card.
ED card, embarkation and disembarkation cards, yes. I never forget that. So when you came in, we retained the white one and we gave you the pink one and said, turn that back in when you were leaving. And then if we went through and put them all together, the people that did not have a exit date on their card are the people that are still there. So that's, if there were a lot of white slips there, then that meant that there were people were here on the island illegally.
Right.
So that's how we used to deal with overstayers back then. But then I remember, computerization coming in and you leading the charge on getting the department computerized. And what an amazing achievement that was, that we didn't have to file those cards, that we could just go into the airport and do some data input. It was so transformative to see that happen, and then we developing IMSS, our immigration system that's still around.
Still
today,
around,
sir.
yes, still.
You started that, and I remember working with the computer department when we introduced term limits and how we were going to calculate term limits. And they said, Franz, we can write a program for that. I was like, thank God, and they wrote a program, and that's now how term limits are calculated, is a computer program. So I've seen so much development in that. And, I think one of the greatest stories and the most feedback that I get about us improving our digital footprint is DVDL. There were times when people would spend a half a day at DVDL trying to get their car license. Now you can not go to DVDL at all. You can go to a private garage, get them to do the inspection, and you go home and sit in your bed and renew your car registration online. I did it a couple of weeks ago, and took it to a private garage and then went home in the evening and timed myself 9 minutes. I had my car license compared to having to go and sit at DVDL for hours. And we have those happy or not terminals, Mr. Connor, to measure our customer satisfaction. There was a time when DVDL was on the bottom, and now they're at the very top. Yeah. The DVDL and the post office are consistently some of our top performers in customer service. So give great credit to those two departments.
Excellent. I believe we do have a caller. Let's grab the caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. O.C. Good morning, Mr. Manderson.
Good morning, Ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. Congratulations on your retirement.
Thank you.
Hope it will be successful for you. Get a lot of. I'm sure you're going fishing now, right?
I'm not too much of a big fisherman, but yeah, I'll do that from time to time. I'm more of a land person. Yeah.
Call Omar and Mr. McKeever and so they can go fishing together, because Omar don't like none better than that. That's
all right.
Omar.
Okay.
Burger, and then Mr. McKeever loves to go fishing.
Okay.
Get in a lot of fun time, together.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking forward to spending more time with my friends. I have some good people in West Bay that I have not spent enough time with, so I'm looking to be able to do that.
Yeah, I was hearing you reminiscing about our older days in the department. I told him.
Right. That's right. She was there too.
That's right. You were there, right?
Yeah, because I worked right down with those ED cards.
That's right, Gwendolyn. Yes.
Table Powell.
That's right.
Williams actually was. We control that area down for you guys. I remember coming down there. You guys had to come and search up for a customer, and it goes way back, because I remember we were looking for this customer, and he was telling us he was traveling on a bag, and when we looked at it, we asked him what flight he came in on. He said he came in. He couldn't remember the flight, and on his ED card, he had a bag, and we were all laughing about it. We said, imagine that, we come such a long way, because people don't even realize, we're talking about the plane.
Yeah, you put name of carrier and he put bag instead of Cayman Airways, yeah.
Yes.
So we were so laughing about it.
I remember that, yes.
We've come such a long way,
Yes.
All those information, we had to decipher where they were coming from and everything.
Yep.
There was a lot of history there, so
There were some good memories.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, good memories.
Thank you.
We all worked and we remember Mr. Bostock.
Yeah, we cannot forget.
Yes.
Cannot forget.
Huge impact on immigration.
Yeah.
Stephen was a big comedian. Stephen Jefferson.
Oh, yes.
He was like our piece of toy to Mr. Bostock. Mr. Bostock would say everything he would miss. He would put all kinds of stuff in Bostock coffee and everything. So we had lots of fun times.
A lot of memories, yes.
A lot of work done.
Thank you very much, caller, for that.
Listen to you and OC, because OC, we couldn't leave him out, because he was...
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't know what we would do without him.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, caller.
Thank you for your
this one is from Mr. George Shillette. Please say to Mr. Manson, congratulations. He deserves all the blessings. We were very close when I worked the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service. Myself, Mr. Cresswell, Mr. Manderson as well. Before I have you give some closing comments, I want to share this poem as a tribute to you, Mr. Manderson, and it is, of course, coming written by Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with workout tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but not too much, if you can fill the unforgiven minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
Sir, that's so powerful. Thank you very much for that, sir.
Okay.
That's a lot of good advice in that. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Any final comments and words of advice?
Yes, Mr. Connor, thank you. I really wanted to come on here this morning and thank the people of the Cayman Islands for all of their support, advice, constructive criticism, all that is needed to serve the government and people of the Cayman Islands. It has really been the privilege of my life to be a civil servant. Minister Langdon said, DG, do you realize you've had one job your entire career? And I said, well, one job. And then I realized I've been a civil servant my entire career. I haven't, other than that 1 year at, going to work at Walker's for my legal training, my entire 44 years has been a civil servant. And that is a really good thing for me. It has helped me grounded. But as I said in Parliament, Mr. Connor, when I started this out, it wasn't about titles. It wasn't about positions. I simply wanted at age 16 to make my mother and my sister proud. And if you focus on your purpose and not on your work, you will never work a day in your life. And that's how I feel right now, is that I've really never worked a day in my life. I've just tried to focus on making my mother and my sister proud. And they told me I've achieved that. So I can now retire safe in the knowledge that I have completed my purpose. I have served the people of the Cayman Islands to the very best that I could every day. I have been blessed to never wake up in the morning and not want to come to work. So that is a great thing, Mr. Connor. I love coming to work. And on the 7th of July, when I wake up and knowing that it's my last day, I'm going to feel good. I'm going to feel blessed. I'm going to feel grateful. But I'm now looking forward to that transition, sir, into retirement. Like you said, it's time to follow you now. I followed you a lot over time, so follow you into retirement. And I promise we'll do a co-host, so that I can say that I've followed you in all your positions. But thank you very much, sir, and thank you for all that you have done. Lord Graham, we're going to spend some time together.
Yes, and DG, again, I want to thank you for all that you have done, the example that you have set as well. And I'm sure that you, like myself, you sometimes are out, on the road, maybe in the supermarket, and someone will come up to you and say, "You may not remember me, but this is what you did, for me as well." And that certainly, makes you feel good. And all of our intentions, we always used to say, people would say, "Oh, you can't go to this country, you can't go to that country because you deported their nationals." And we would always say, we were only doing our job. We didn't put them in those situations.
No.
And people appreciated the fact that you had a job to do and that you did it. But you're a shining example to so many others. And we know, that you're going to enjoy your retirement. You will be missed. Oh, somebody wanted to know whether or not there would be any breaking news coming forward. I guess everyone now is anticipating who's going to be the new chief officer in the portfolio as well.
Yes, so I can say that the acting deputy governor will make that appointment very soon. There will be an announcement. I don't think I'm speaking out of turn to say that I think interviews have been conducted, so I would say that would be done very soon. But again, it's so fortuitous that Ms. Gloria is acting for me right now, because then she can make the appointment, and she can then choose her team. The person that she's going to probably work the closest with.
Yes.
I didn't want to do that. This is now her time to choose her team.
Yes, that's important. Yes. DG, thank you. Thank you very much. All the best. Folks, top of the hour, our headline news. When we return, the phone lines will be open, so please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
The Office of the Auditor General wants to hear from you as it develops its new strategic plan for the 2027 through 2031 period. The survey deadline has been extended through tomorrow, and you can find it at auditorgeneral.gov.ky. In international news, a 21-year-old man has been pulled from rubble in Venezuela after being trapped for 106 hours. Rescuers are now, quote, in the critical hours to save lives after last week's double earthquake. At least 1,450 people are known to have died, but the number is expected to rise. One UK firefighter in Venezuela says there's usually a 96-hour window to find most of the survivors. That ended on Sunday evening. Teams are now hoping for, quote, miracle rescues. Meanwhile, a powerful aftershock has hit north of Venezuela's capital today, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. And 5 people are dead following a shooting in northern Germany. 2 people have been arrested, one of whom is a suspect, according to a police spokesperson. Police said there's no further threat to the public. Large numbers of emergency personnel have been sent to the scene. Police have advised people to avoid the area via their social media channels. The town has a population of around 50,000 people and is west of Hamburg. Those are your headlines. I'm Karsley Fuller.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Your Cayman Islands Health Services Authority has been the national healthcare provider of the Cayman Islands for many generations. We have elevated our level of care to ensure you, our patients, have the best possible experience. We offer better access to care close to home with the most locations on all 3 islands, delivering a full range of primary, secondary, tertiary, and emergency care. HSA is a JCI accredited organization, and we are committed to caring for you.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. I still have a few more messages for Mr. Manderson as well, and I will share those with you during the course of the next hour before 10 o'clock. Let's go back to the birthday shout-outs. We've been asked to wish Miss Anita Hart happy birthday today, 29th of June. And she celebrates her birthday with Miss Ruth James. So she's celebrating her birthday with Miss Ruth James, and these birthday greetings are coming from Miss Ruth James and the entire family as well. So that one has gone. I think I have a few more that came in earlier that I didn't get a chance to give a shout out as well. So I will have to find those to ensure that I have the opportunity to share them with her audience. That may have been the only one. And then Miss Elizabeth in West Bay says, good morning. Please tell Mr. Manderson I'm so sad that he has left the Cayman Islands government service. He will be missed, and my love for him will always be the same. Have a blessed day. She didn't have the number to call in, and like I said, it's coming from Miss Elizabeth, also known as Mushy. I want to thank her, very much as well. You can still continue to send greetings into Mr. Manderson if you so wish, and we will read them right here on For the Record. One listener had shared with me a video on the John A. Cumber Primary School leaving ceremony last Friday as well. didn't get an opportunity to view that. I want to make sure that I have covered all of the birthdays, and I also want to say to those former immigration officers out there, I'm sure we tried to remember as many names as possible. There will be some that were missed as well, but you're all in our thoughts and in our hearts as well. And it was such a huge immigration family that we had when it was just the immigration department, when we covered everything: work permits, residency, trade and business license, the works, so many good days there at immigration. One of our listeners has asked to wish their aunt, Denise Beckford, a very happy birthday. She's celebrating her birthday tomorrow. They say that may she have the best birthday ever, and wishing her many more to come. These advanced birthday greetings are coming from her family in the United States. The writer says she listens to your program whenever you are on. Blessings always. So, Miss Denise Beckford, happy birthday when it comes tomorrow to you, coming from your family in the United States as well. One story, one of the experiences that you didn't hear on air, but Mr. Manderson and I spoke about it off air, and it was only shared with me on last week, not this past Friday, but the Friday before that at the reception of for Mr. Manderson that was held. And I recall one of my colleagues being on the show here with me, and after the show coming to me and saying, I want to apologize, for some of the things, that occurred at immigration. And I was surprised because I wasn't aware of them. And then it was reinforced by one of my former colleagues, and he was sitting at the table with me at the reception. And they pointed out to me, and this is how, people didn't let their thoughts or their ideas or their biases influence, potential biases influence the way that they treated we treated each other. I was told that when I started at immigration, and it was in May of 1983, right? That especially in particular in the mail section and enforcement section, which I started to work with, that there was some feelings, I'm going to just put it that way, some feelings about me in terms of there were persons who had been with the department longer than I had been, and their thoughts were, he's coming from New York, and because he's coming, coming from New York with his New York style and stuff like that. Who does he think he is? And but it was never, brought out in my interactions with my working colleagues. We went out there, we did our job, we had respect for each other, and then Mr. Manderson shared with me this morning his role in it, because they had been telling me, well, you've been here longer than he has. This, you should be doing this. And he said, he told him, listen, guys, number one, he is one of us. he comes, with a good education, because at that time I had a bachelor's and a master's, which was more than my boss had at that point in time. But of course, Mr. John Dwight Bostock, an institution in himself within the immigration department. He had taken over the immigration department in 1972 with the new, 1973 when the new Caymanian protection law came into effect, and the immigration portion was separated from the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service and was in legislation given an entity of its own with a chief immigration officer, and Mr. John Bostock was the first chief immigration officer as well. And I'm not, washing any dirty linen out in public. I'm just going to show you how we fused as a group of Caymanians, how we work together for the national interest. And at the end of the day, we saw, what occurred, as a result of that smooth, peaceful transition in terms of leadership at the immigration department. I took over from Mr. John Bostock. My appointment was in 1996 as a designate. I then went off to Canada for a few, over a month, went off to Bermuda to get some additional exposure as well. And then when the position for newly created constitutional position for cabinet secretary came up, I applied for that, was successful. At the time, Mr. Manderson was doing his articles, and one of the challenges was, what do we do for chief immigration officer? I, at that time, did not feel that we should make that retrograde move to bring in someone from the outside. But we did have a gentleman by the name of Jerry Maguire who, during my designate period and my travels, took over the immigration department, and he was brought in during that period while Mr. Manderson was doing his articles and my move over to the cabinet office as well. But again, we were a big family at the immigration department. I couldn't be more proud of Mr. Manderson and his trajectory throughout the civil service, rising to the top post that any Caymanian can hold, which is deputy governor as well. Extremely proud of him, as if he were either my son or my brother as well. And I know that so many of you out there are extremely proud of him as well. He has done us proud. We're going to take a commercial break. We do have callers on hold. We will take those callers as soon as we return. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. At Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
There you go, sir. Thanks for choosing JN Money Transfer.
Boy, thanks to JN Money Transfer, I can stay right here in Cayman and pay mama bills back home in Jamaica. Her water, light, phone and other bills never late. Every month I pay everything in one place.
Make payments to over 30 companies in Jamaica through JN Money Transfer. Fast, affordable, convenient. Call 1-800-744-1163 for details.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts.
At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
RC Fusion is proudly brought to you by TCE Paint Shop, Farmers and Artisans Retail Market, and My Canda Cleaners. RC Fusion, weekdays 10 a.m. to 12 midday, right here on Radio Cayman 89.9.
RC Fusion.
Radio Cayman Energy.
For the record, with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We're going straight to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. O.C.
Good morning, good morning. How are you?
Oh, not bad. I have a tribute here to Mr. Franz, also known as Mr. Fantastic.
Yes, yes.
It's a story, a Caymanian story by Bobo and TD. And it's called Mr. Fantastic. It's not that long, though.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Already. TD, guess who I saw today in town? Bobo, who you saw now? Don't tell me it was Shaggy. No, TD, it wasn't Shaggy. It was our own Mr. Fantastic, not Mr. Bombastic. Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Franz, he's still number one, you know. And he did a fantastic job while he was in office as well. Bobo, we wish him and his family all the best in the future. He was and still is a great man. Well, TD, you must be feeling fine as well. I see you with that 345 beer in your hand. So tell me now, TD, how you feel drinking that beer? Fantastic. Come on now, TD. Fantastic. Well, you being smart now, TD. Tell me now. Tell me something. How does it feel to be a local? Fantastic. Well, TD, you got me outsmarted right there. Fantastic. The renaming of the Radio Cayman building was also a fantastic event. TD, I tell you what, you have a fantastic day. Written by Craig Brown.
That is great. That is great. And I hope you are following my instructions in terms of making sure that you retain control and get the credit for those poems that you.
Yes, sir.
Make. Sorry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. And when did you do that one? How long did it take for you to craft that one?
I did that one on the 26th of this month, and it didn't take that long, really. But I said, I think it's something I should do, and try to focus on very important subject, persons, and places and things and stuff like that. But it wasn't that long, really. But I plan to do quite a bit more related to certain subjects and persons and etc. and try to do good things, try to do good works, Mr. O.C. Yes, sir. Mr. Fantastic.
Yes. Quite a gentleman. Okay, caller, thank you. Thank you very much for that. I want to thank Mr. Troy Thomas, for sharing this article with us as well. This was from the Cayman Compass, Thursday, the 20th of April, 2000. That would be over 26 years ago. New immigration officers complete boot camp. I think I have about 6 minutes so I can share most of this with you. Says, advice from Acting Chief Secretary Donovan Ebanks to be, quote, assertive and aggressive in their professional development, yet fair and of a clear conscience in dealing with the public, close of quote. Welcome the latest group of immigration officers into the ranks last Friday, 7th of April. Remember now, this is 2000. Chief Immigration Officer Orrett Connor also reminded the 6 new officers that on the front line, you are a traveler's first impression, and the Immigration Department has worked hard to project the positive image that we do today. Nevertheless, there are always many more hurdles to cross. He explained to the graduates that immigration is a very topical issue and often at the forefront of discussion. You are coming into a very high-profile department with high expectations, which will be manifest in your training and instruction and guidance of your fellow officers. The Chief Immigration Officer promised that as part of the immigration family, the new recruits will enjoy their successes even as they improve on their failures. Let me get the rest of it here. And consistent manner, Mr. Ebanks told them. The 2 males, I want to make sure, the 2 males, or the 2 male and 4 female officers successfully completed 3 months of classroom and on-the-job training, all scoring final grades so high that 2 officers, Shushela Vernon and Joey Scott, tied for the Best Academic Award. Troy Thomas was awarded Best All-Around Graduate, was awarded Best All-Around Graduate. The other 3 officers are Lacey Rockett, Shanna Walton, and Sherry Lee McLaughlin. Adding her encouraging comment, Deputy Chief Immigration Officer Karen Nixon encouraged the participants to hold themselves to a higher standard than other expect, and you cannot fail. Similarly, sentiments were echoed by Acting Chief Immigration Officer Training Officer Dulce Powery, who managed the recruit training. Responding on behalf of the graduates, Officer Shushela Vernon noted, being an immigration officer is more than stamping a passport at the airport. Officers have to be conscious and alert at all times, yet still be ambassadors for these. Got to find the rest of it. Okay. Lost some of it, but I'm sure that meant for these islands, as well. And of course, it's, showing the photographs there of Mr. Manderson, Miss Dulce, Lacey, Mr. Late Donovan Ebanks, Miss Karen Nixon, Joey, so many. I also, in 1987, had the privilege of traveling to the United Kingdom for training over there, along with Mr. Manderson, Miss Sharon McCoy, Mr. Manderson, myself, and Sharon, I think it was Miss Dulce and Miss Ella DaCosta as well. We were over in the UK. I think that was a 3 week, either 3 or 4 week course, in the United Kingdom as well, where we got a huge amount of exposure to their immigration in the United Kingdom as well. With that, folks, we're going to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. No guests in the studio. Had a lovely discussion this morning with the acting governor, Honorable Franz Manderson, and outgoing deputy governor as well. Okay, one of our listeners, and I think I'm going to read it. I think I can share it. I can paraphrase some of it. So they wrote and say, both Donnie, the late Mr. Donovan Ebanks, and Mr. Ryan, before both of them retired, they both told me that they felt strongly that the post of chief immigration officer should be held by a man, and that is why they brought someone else to fill it. Okay. And that, of course, changed, and we did have a woman chief immigration officer as well, and They both were instrumental in ensuring that Caymanians progressed, but remember now, in Cayman, in the 80s, 90s even, we were still almost living in a man's world to a certain extent, and don't forget also that we were highly influenced by the British systems as well. And of course, look how long it took before we actually ended up with a female governor here in Cayman as well. Goes to show you the heights that we had to travel as well in terms of equality. But that that is good as well. And we did, I mean, women dominated the immigration department. You heard Mr. Manderson talk about the fact that, his supervising, officer was the late Yulita Flores, later Yulita Horton as well. And you had Miss Myrie, Miss Nixon, who were then in charge of the boards, Protection Board, Trade and Caymanian Protection Board, Trade and Business Licensing Board as well. And they were all of the persons who held all of the institutional knowledge in the immigration department at that point in time. But remember now that the immigration transitioned from the police department over, becoming its own, entity as well. But women, we must not forget, they played and continue. You heard Mr. Manderson speak to the fact as well. Continue to play a huge role in the civil service and to a certain extent in the private sector too. I'm not sure what the figures are, as far as the private sector is concerned, but certainly in the civil service, women do play an pivotal and a huge role as well. And for those of you who are curious about who will be the next chief officer in the portfolio of the civil service, you've heard Mr. Manderson speak to the fact that he will leave that to the incoming deputy governor, Miss Gloria McPhail Nixon, for her to make that choice. I think that is extremely important as well. Something that you didn't necessarily see in the civil service, where they would determine who's going to be your deputy or your assistant or whatever else. But again, to give her the opportunity to make that choice is extremely, extremely important, because that's a person that she has to work with also. And you want to ensure that anyone that you have, as your deputy, that person has your back. It is extremely important for that person, to have your back as well. You both have to be singing from the same hymn book. That, like I said, folks, extremely, extremely important. So we're going to have to sit on the edge of our seats for a little bit longer period of time for us to be able to determine who the new chief officer in the portfolio of the civil service will be as well. Not aware of how many persons may have applied for the post. Not sure how many may have applied for it, but I'm sure that we will hear something fairly quickly in relation to it. I'm not sure. I'm going to switch gears here for a minute and point out that last week we know that, was it last week? The Prime Minister in the UK indicated or announced his resignation as Prime Minister, and he will stay on until a new leader of the party is chosen, who will then become the next Prime Minister. If you read some of our the news in some of our sister overseas territories, you will also see that there is unease taking place in those jurisdictions simply because of the quote-unquote instability within the United Kingdom government over the past 10 years. We had 7 prime ministers in the last 10 years and 6 in the last 7 years. Not a good record. I'm sure that if something like that was taking place in other jurisdictions in overseas territories, the UK would have some concern about it. So some of our sister overseas territories now are having concerns about whether or not they may want to remain within the system, knowing quite well the instability that is taking place at this point in time. And there's an article, and I hope that I can find that and share that with you as soon as possible. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take a commercial break. Can I come to you now, Miss Susan? I'm going to go to Miss Susan on a commercial break, and then I'm going to find that article and share that with you. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN Money Transfer card. It cost me less, and perhaps she use the card, pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite band-aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. But don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
Can you imagine your home completely organized? At Brand Source Custom Closets, we can. We specialize in designing and building custom closets and storage units for any room in your home, including the garage. With tailored designs and custom LED lighting solutions to fit your lifestyle and budget. Our custom closets expert is committed to enhancing the value of your home with a solution that is uniquely yours. Visit our showroom or call 623-6774 to schedule a no-obligation appointment with our design expert. Brand Source Custom Closets, 209 Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Happy 50th anniversary, Radio Cayman. I remember as a kid listening to the children's program, the lady would ask, "Do you know what the sound is?" And as a kid, I would say out loud, "It's a trumpet." And in response, on Radio Cayman, the lady would say, "Of course, it's a trumpet." And I was so amazed that the radio could hear me. And this is one of the most favorite childhood memory that I have. Thank you for keeping us entertained, and we love you.
For the record, with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. About 17 minutes left to go in the show. If you plan on calling in, please don't wait until the last 5 minutes to do so because you will be limited to the amount of time. I have a toss-up between sharing two things, and I think this one is even more important. Last week, the 25th of June, Bermuda lost one of its favorite sons, former premier known as the People's Premier, Sir John Swan, hailed as a true gentleman. Now, there was a time in Cayman when new governments came into being, or PR people here would ensure that we alert our ministers to the fact that it has taken place, and we would send congratulatory messages to the incoming governments when there's was a loss of the head of government in other countries, former heads of government or otherwise. We would convey our condolences, and we would share that publicly. We would share that publicly here in Cayman as well. I could be wrong, but I have not seen anything publicly from the people of the Cayman Islands expressing our condolences to the people of Bermuda on the passing of their former premier, Sir John Swan. I don't know if it's a communications issue, whether or not the comms people are watching the news, reading and checking what's happening in other, especially in other overseas territories as well, because it is extremely, extremely important. We lost one of ours. Only buried him yesterday as well, Honorable James M. Ryan. So we know what it is like. We know how we revere our leaders, how we pay respect to them as well. I haven't seen anything. Like I said, I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, someone please send me a WhatsApp message telling me that we did publicly, or even if we didn't do so publicly, that we privately sent to the Premier of Bermuda and the people of Bermuda our condolences here in the Cayman Islands on the passing of Sir John Swan. It's a man with a huge history and of politics in Bermuda, one that many may not know, and I'm just doing this by memory rather than finding anything about it here. But in 1995, there was a referendum in Bermuda, on independence referendum, which was defeated. That referendum was defeated. And Sir John Swan then left public office after that. He did return just a few years ago, return to the political scene in terms of seeking public office as well. So this is from the Royal Gazette, and here's a portion of it. It says, a 76-year-old nurse called Sir John the people's premier and a very friendly person. She added, I know whenever he saw me on the street, he always gave me a handshake and spoke. I think people loved him for that. The woman from Southampton, this is a part of Bermuda now, also knew Sir John for his generous economic policies, where he offered a 7% interest rate for those who invested in his bank. She added that she respected him for keeping his promise of standing down as premier when the public voted against independence during the 1995 referendum. So, my memory served me correct there. And, why this is so fresh in my memory was just after the referendum, I did go to Bermuda and spend, I think it was 3 or 4 weeks, over there shadowing their chief immigration officer, preparing me for to take over the role as chief immigration officer here in the Cayman Islands. So he kept his word and stood down as premier when the referendum vote was lost. Of course, for those of you historians out there, when that referendum was held, the turnout was not always also that great, because I believe that at that time that hurricane had just hit Bermuda, or was approaching Bermuda. I believe it had just hit Bermuda as well. So that had something to do with the turnout as well. They go on to say that, however, his most memorable trait was his friendly personality. She said he was always smiling and pleasant. He was a true gentleman in every way I can think of. So, again, I hope and I trust that we have conveyed the condolences from the government and the people of the Cayman Islands to the Premier and the people of Bermuda on losing their people's Premier as well. And so this whole, when we talk about leadership, folks, the approachability, that is extremely important in a leader, being able to be approached. You heard all of the accolades spoken on, Mr. Ryan's passing. You heard all of the accolades spoken in Parliament, as well as receptions for outgoing Deputy Governor, Honorable Franz Manderson, as well. And common trait throughout those accolades, one of the common traits is accessibility, approachability, being able to approach them. They having that human touch, that kind touch, that that touch where, a person who may feel, well, he's the deputy governor. I can't approach him. How can I approach him? Or, in the case of Mr. Ryan. But they were always approachable as well. And that is so, so, so important. Here again, we see that a gentleman by the name in Bermuda, a gentleman by the name of Vincent Pitt, said he used to clean Sir John's car whenever he visited Hamilton for work. He said he used to go to work and we'd always have a conversation about his job. He always said, make your time, clean the people's car and collect your money at the end of the day. Mr. Pitt said Sir John always made time to talk to him and others and was keen to offer life advice. He added that Sir John often spoke to school children, encouraging them to work hard and believe in themselves. Mr. Pitt said that his favorite memories involve Sir John on public holidays, when he seemed most generous. He said, I said to him once, I'm going to see Cup Match. Cup Match, of course, is a big, huge cricket event in Bermuda. And he said, I'm going to see Cup Match. I might need a couple of dollars. He said, Suppose I give you 30 more and you clean the car, Mr. Pitt said. If you could say one thing about him, he was willing to help everyone. And again, that resonates in Bermuda with Sir John Swan, resonates in Cayman with the late James Ryan, resonates with outgoing Deputy Governor, now acting Governor for the time being, Honorable Franz Manderson as well. And so for you, civil servants out there, especially you young ones, as well, that approachability, that human touch, that humanity about you is extremely important. It is not what you do, but how you do it. You can sometimes give people not the type of news that they may want to hear in terms of an application or in terms of how things should be approached. It is not what you do, but how you do it. You must do it with humility. So while you may be in a position of power, you have to be extremely careful how you wield that power. When you're in the civil service, we are there to serve the people, not to obstruct. And we are bound by law, bound by legislation or directives, right? We don't make laws, we carry them out. If you follow those principles, I have no doubt that you will have a successful career within the civil service if those are followed as well. Again, I also want to say congratulations to Mr. Marlon Bawden for his promotion to the Customs Director. I want to say congratulations to him. Also, I think there may have been a few more congratulations that are out there for persons who have been promoted, but I want to find the one on Mr. Marlon Bawden. Here we go. I have it here. PDF. I know this was on the news this morning, but I want to share this, as well, because it's extremely important that our Caymanians are placed in these positions. Ministry of District Administration and Home Affairs is pleased to announce the appointment of Mr. Marlon Bawden as Director of the Cayman Islands Customs and Border Control Service, effective the 1st of July. So 1st of July, he will start following a competitive and open recruitment process. Mr. Bawden brings more than 3 decades of distinguished public service and law enforcement experience to the role, including over 10 years in border security, customs administration, and organizational leadership within the Cayman Islands government. He currently serves as Deputy Director, Management Support Services at CBC, where he supports the strategic and operational leadership of the organization. His portfolio includes responsibility for training and workforce development, Sister Islands operations, investigations, anti-money laundering and professional standards, and other critical operational and corporate functions, positioning him well to lead CBC into the next chapter. And our Minister for District Administration and Home Affairs, Honorable Nicholas DaCosta, is quoted as saying, Mr. Bawden's appointment reflects his proven leadership, extensive and unwavering commitment to serving and protecting the people of the Cayman Islands. Throughout his career, he has demonstrated integrity, professionalism, and a strong dedication to public service. I am confident that under his leadership, the Cayman Islands Customs and Border Control Service will continue to strengthen its vital role in protecting our borders, supporting legitimate trade and travel, and safeguarding our national interests. Together, we are shaping a stronger, safer Cayman Islands, and I look forward to working with Mr. Bawden as he leads CBC into the next chapter. Okay, so and of course the other person that, and I mentioned her last week, was Miss Nanalee Solomon Cover, who has now been appointed president of the UCCI as well. I want to give her congratulations. Okay, and one of our listeners has shared this with me. The greatest help that our leaders can do is to explain how to get things done, as opposed to telling people that it cannot be done. Help people to get it done. Yes, civil servants. Yep, you don't tell them that it can't be done, but you show them what the possibilities are, how things, can be approached. Keeping things to yourself in terms of if you know the answers, if you have the solution to something, unless it's a trade secret where you want to make money off of it and you're going to trademark something. Other than that, if it has to do with your job and what you do and how you can help people, tell them what the possibilities are. What needs to be done, which brings me to, I had a conversation with someone yesterday, and while people may think that those in the legal profession are always looking to take your money, it was good to note that one particular law firm, someone had presented their situation to them, and they wrote back to them and told them They didn't charge a fee for the advice that they gave, and they would not take the case simply because they didn't believe that it was a winnable case, that the decisions made by a public authority was a right decision. Because there are some, and I don't know if it's happened in the legal profession, but there are some who believe that lawyers take your money and then tell you afterwards, oh, well, this can't be done or that can't be done. In this particular case, I want to say kudos to that particular law firm, because they advised the person, we have looked at your case, we have looked at the facts and everything, and we don't feel that it, not necessarily in the exact words that I'm saying, but we don't feel that your case has a chance, as a result of what we have seen from the correspondence as well. Kudos to them. But again, civil servants out there, you are there to help, not to hinder. And anytime there's anything that you can do to help, as long as it is within the bounds of the law, that you're not compromising yourself or your position, please continue to offer that help as well. With that, I want to thank everyone who listened and contributed this morning. Again, farewell to the DG, Honorable Franz Manderson. I'm sure that I will see and hear more from him as well. Have a great day, folks. Don't forget, join Sterling, Mr. How did I get Sterling's name or started to say it? Join Mr. Charles Glidden Challow. That's because I saw Mr. Sterling on Friday as well. But join Mr. Charles Glidden Challow at 12:15 for Talk Today. And as usual, we ask the good Lord to continue to bless these three beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
For the Record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury. Doctor's Hospital, peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctor's Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. Kirk Market, experience a world of choice. JN Money, from abroad to Yad. And Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
This is the People's Radio Station.